Pepe holders, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. We're going to analyze and take a look at, what's happening with Pepe's price right now. And of course, what we could be expecting going into Friday morning. And not just Friday morning, we are obviously coming to the end of the month. Today is the second last day, which of course is crazy to think about that, we are entering the 6th month of the year, which of course pretty much puts us almost at half of the year, since this year has started, which again is mind-boggling, and that's how fast time's going. But today, market did see quite a big retracement. You can see, across the board, we're seeing a lot of retracement. Pepe down 11% over the course of the last 24 hours, with the price currently sitting at 1288, still down about 8.5% in Bitcoin and Ethereum comparative as well. Now, if you're looking at the market cap, 5.4 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume at about $1.7 billion. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So holder count 440,782, almost reaching 441,000 holders, which again is very, very nice to see. But if you're looking across the broader meme coin market, in terms of the entire market, we are seeing about a 7% pullback, which again is not a small pullback. If you're looking across the board right now, over the last 24 hours, pretty much everything at this point, except a few handful outliers, everything else seems to be down right now, and it is reacting to the overall market. And this should be a reminder to each and every one of you guys. I've said this 1,000 times, and I'll say it another 1,000 times if I have to. When it comes to meme coins, you need to understand these projects bring no utility. There's no use case. It's all supply and demand. And when you see the profits, make sure you are taking some off of the table, because when the market does go down, these are the projects that will get impacted much more compared to utility projects. And we're seeing that right in front of us. Just take a look at the last 7 days. We're seeing double-digit, retracement for multiple, different meme coins. And that, if that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what will at that point. But in terms of, the big boys, of course, Pepe still remains as the top third. Again, speaks for itself. The 24-hour trading volume speaks for itself. We are sitting at about 5.4 billion. But, if you're noticing, once again, getting closer and closer to Shiba Inu's valuation. So I can't wait till we do see this flipping happening, which I do believe is, very likely to actually happen. But as of now, if you're looking at Pepe, it is, reacting to the broader market. So again, like I said, don't expect that, Pepe is just going to be a stable coin and not being impacted by, the broader market, which is not the case. If you're looking at the dominance, it is picking up a little bit. Of course, when Bitcoin does see a pullback, of course, dropping below $106,000, it is not rocket science that you would expect dominance to show some sort of strength, which it has done so. And that explains why we are seeing, quite a bit of red across the market right now. But if you're looking at Pepe, you can see this for yourself, where Pepe is finding itself. Look at it for yourself. Where are we being supported by? What's the history of this support line? This dates back to, of course, our levels that were from 2021. 2024, which was of course last year, pretty much a year ago exactly, if you want to put it. And right now, we are being, supported by that exact same range. We have significant amount of support around that. And speaking about support, I want to show you guys on an hourly time frame something very interesting. This is not the first time where Pepe is coming and retesting this. We've retested this quite some time over the course of the, this month. Over the last 30 days, you can see several different retests. I'm just going to show you guys how many times you've been retested by the support. Several different times right in front of us. So this is not the first time. So before anyone comes out and say, oh, Pepe is this, Pepe that, of course it's reacting to the broader market. But we are not retesting the support for the first time. But of course, if we lose this support, the chance of us going down to the 1204 is on the table, which itself is a move of an additional 7% from where we currently are. So far, so good. Again, it has been consolidating. Of course, it hasn't seen that major breakout because, of course, that resistance has coming in our way, which was, of course, from our last year's all-time high. But so far, so good. Still, a lot of people will forget this, but let's go back down to April levels. It is still up a staggering 127%. A lot of people will ignore this. A lot of people will overlook this, but not on this channel. But obviously, if we lose this support line, like I said to you guys before, we could be going down to the 1202 zone, which again is that next support line. So I'm going to keep you guys covered as to what happens. That itself is not a small move. That's like a 7 to 8% drop, which we potentially could see if Bitcoin does not hold around these levels. I'll keep you guys covered, of course. Let me know down below what you guys think. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? We'll see you later when Crypto ZX, and peace out.